Hey everybody, I've been getting a lot of views on one of my videos that I show how to sharpen a knife. And that way I sharpen a knife in that video is basically just for people who don't know how to use a stone. I've been getting a lot of rude comments on that, and I'm not going to answer rude comments. Now if somebody has a question or a nice comment to say or something along that nature, I'll reply back to you, but I'm not going to waste my time, especially if you're going to call names and be rude and all that good stuff. But anyway, so I got a request to do a video for sharpening with a stone, and I'm going to cover the stone sharpening with these two stones in front of you here that I have. There's two different stones because they're each a different grit. Now this one right here is an actual two-sided stone. One side has a softer edge and the other has a real coarse edge. And then this one right here is probably the finest stone that I have. It's considered a medium stone, but it's the finest stone that I have. It's 1200 grit. 1200 grit Arkansas stone. And this is just a regular whetstone. I'm not sure how it's made, but the coarse side is 100 grit, and then the smooth side, fine side, is 240. So the more the grit, the better for a smoother edge. You want to start off with the lower number grit for a rough edge. Now, in this video, the whole deal is to sharpen a knife once. Now, that's the whole main idea for a knife. You should only sharpen it once, and then after you get done using it, you hone the blade, and then you strop it or anything along that nature. You can either hone or strop or do both. But you shouldn't have to rub the edge of your knife on a stone but maybe one time to get it nice and sharp. And that creates a decent edge on it. And if you strop it and hone it after each use, you shouldn't have to use a stone. So there's a lot of people, especially old timers back in the day, that would sit there and just scrape their blade all along a stone. And I mean, they would wear a stone out. They would have a bow in the stone. And you don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I sharpen a knife. Now on this stone right here, if you guys buy this stone, it's not a real expensive stone, but if you use the fine grit, I would recommend that the coarse grit is for like tools and stuff, like your machete, axe, anything along that nature that's not a knife. Now a knife blade, I would only use the fine grit on. So we're going to start off using the fine grit on the whetstone, and then we're going to use the 1200 grit Arkansas stone for a finer edge. Then I'll strop it. So the knife's going to be featured in this video as my case Mako. It's like the Buck folder 110. This is the Buck 110 competition basically. I've had this for a long time. I bought it off of somebody a long time ago, a really good deal, and I never featured it in my video. So today this is the knife of the video. And it already has a pretty good edge on it for me sharpening it, but I'm going to go ahead and do the video with you guys anyway to show you how to use these stones. So let's start off. Now you can see in here, you can see the grittiness. Now the side that's more grittiness is the 100. The side that's smoother is the 240, and that's what we want. Now to start off, if you've never used a stone before, you want to make sure that the surface is clean from using it before, or just make sure that there's nothing on here that would mess up your knife. Just go ahead and wipe it off. Get all the excess powder and stone that's not needed on there. It's pretty clean now. Okay, now what I'm going to do, now with this stone, I am going to use oil to hone the blade. It's not honing oil itself. You can buy honing oil, but I'm going to use 3-in-1. It's decent oil. It's not the best, but it's just what I use. So we're going to put that on the smooth 240 grit side here, And this is what you do. You just go ahead and get it on here. Just let it drip all along, and then you can use your finger to rub it in. And you can use as much oil as you want. A lot of people can use cooking oil, Crisco, as long as it's melted, whatever. Now that you have your oil on there, you take your knife and you set it on the stone like that. Now you want to make sure you can find the edge of where the knife's going to bite into the stone. Now if you just lay it on there and you tilt it up, you'll be able to feel where the edge is. You can just take both hands, one hand on the knife and the other hand guiding the blade. And you just go like that. And you do both sides. You just do that till you get it to the edge that you want. You want to make sure you do this on a flat surface. The stone's scooting, but that's okay. Now you don't want to add too much pressure because you'll move the stone like I was doing. Now, each time should be easier because your blade's touching the stone. You're going to remove just a hair of material. And the reason why you find that angle on your blade is because you can see here the edge of this blade. Now if you laid it down flat and just scraped it, that's not correct, because then you'll just be polishing the side of your blade. There's no edge on the side of your blade. The main reason is to find that edge and then keep consistency. And you just push it out. And you keep reapplying oil on the stone. Now there's certain stones out there called wet stones, and they use water. So this stone right here, I don't think it matters what you use. You can use either water or oil. It's just whatever's handy. I like using oil, but if I didn't have any oil, I used water. I've done it before. It's no big deal. So we're going to be done with that stone, because like I said before, this knife's already sharp. So we're going to switch to the Arkansas natural stone. Now we're going to do the same thing. Put a few drops of oil on it. It don't take much. Now on this stone, they usually come with holders now. Like you can go to buy this stone at the store, and they come with an actual stand that you sit them in, and you can sharpen your knife that way. But the easiest way I found with this, since it's so small, this is basically the pocket model from Smith's. It's a 4-inch Arkansas natural stone pocket model, and it came with a sheath, but it didn't come with the stand in the package. So I try to do my best and hold it in my hand, and just sit here and find the edge of my knife again and scrape it across. Find the edge on this side, scrape it across. Find the edge on that side, scrape it across. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but on this stone, the sound is a little bit different because the grit is way finer. This is a 1200 grit stone, and it's actually just polishing the edge instead of sharpening. And that's the thing you should do. Also, I mean, this stone doesn't hardly remove any material, it just polishes the edge. And we'll do that a couple of times. Now you can do this process as much as you want on either stone, just to get the feel for it and get your knife sharp as possible. I'm just doing this shortly due to demonstration purposes, because I mean, you guys don't want to sit here and watch a 20-minute video of me sharpening a knife when it's already sharp anyway. So now we're going to get my razor strop or strap, whatever you want to call it. I call it a strap because that's what it was called when I bought it from the barber shop. And you can either hang it up because it has the eyelet down here, or you can just strap the knife flat on the leather, or lay the leather flat and just strap it at its angle. So you can just set the knife down like that. It'd probably be better to have something sitting underneath it. There we go. Okay. Now we just set the knife blade down, lift up, and you can find that angle again. And do it the same way. Now on the strop, you want to go backwards. You don't want to go forwards like you're actually sharpening, because you're going to cut into your leather. Now on this strop, you can actually use a compound. I like using turtle wax. That's what's on here already. I put a little bit of turtle wax rubbing compound. It's basically just a gritty substance, and it gives this leather a little bite. Now once we have this part down, shaving or stropping half of this, we're going to switch to the straight leather. Now this is just pure leather. It's stained just because of my finger wiping the compound down, but it's pure leather down here. And you just drop it like that. And you can also do this as many times as you need. Every knife's going to be different. Every steel is different. I've been getting a lot of comments on the Winchester knife saying that I'm tearing up the metal and all that stuff, but it's just a cheap knife, and I really don't care. I care more about this one. This knife is worth a lot more to me. I mean, it's almost a $60 knife, and I got it for way less than that. Some guy was hard up for money and sold it to me for $10. So yeah, I'm gonna take care of this one a lot more better than the Winchester. But anyway, let's see how sharp it is. See if I can find some hair. Yep, it's pretty sharp. Shaved my pinky hair off. Now let's do a paper test, because that's what everybody judges their knives by. I mean, there you go, guys. Case Mako. And just to show you guys I know how to use a stone, and appreciate you sticking with me here. Hope you learned a thing or two. I know this video is pretty long, but I wanted to show you guys what I know about stones, and that I hope it helps you get your knives really sharp. Not that the other video that I have uploaded won't get your knife sharp, but this is more of the natural way of doing things. So alrighty guys, appreciate the views, appreciate the subscribes. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.